Hello. Welcome back to the second installation of the series of my video journal entries. Today we'll be building another medieval house. This time I think we'll go later into the 11th and 12th centuries. Not 11th and 12th. We'll do like 13th and 14th. This is going to be what we're going for with this one. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to be going with this, but we'll figure it out as we go. Go with these again. Can't go wrong with these. So, not much happened today. Just went to work. Let's see how big this is. Oh, not that very big. We'll need a... Oh, crap. Oh well. We'll make it bigger. Not very good at adjusting these. Okay. That should be satisfactory. We'll go one more just to be safe. Not much. I had work today. I run to work in the mornings. Get up at 7. Work starts at 8. Get ready in half an hour and then head out. Go for a quick 1.5 mile run up to work. I work at a particle accelerator, so that's cool. I don't actually do any of the science stuff, I'm just an intern, but they do cool stuff. They make a special type of copper. Copper 67. '67 refers to the number of nucleons that are in the atom. So I believe copper is number 29 on the periodic table. Let me check if I'm recording. Okay, looks good. Yeah, copper 67, that refers to the number of nucleons. And is this big enough for a house? I think we'll go with it for now, except I'll steer it clear this way more. Probably be an overhang in this one. work at an accelerator, particle accelerator. That's all we really make there. We mostly just make copper 67. And it's radioactive. Normal copper isn't radioactive, but we do is we shoot high energy electrons at it, and at something like zinc, I believe. And I don't do much of the science, so it is beyond me how the actual process works. Let's see. Let's do the white concrete powder again. Anyway, usually do a lot of grunt work stuff. I'm breaking apart accelerator parts, and then I take them down to the recycling center, and then we recycle that. Got some string. Where do I want the door? I almost want it on the side. That's where unobstructive. Let's see, overhang, check. Try something a little different on the top. Then we do three stairs to choose from. That seems right. Kind of blends in relatively well, I would say. But yeah, today was a nice easy day at work. There's one other intern there. And there was a bit more screwing around, I guess. There's like a little crane in the workshop, and it's strong enough that it's supposed to like carry thousands of pounds, so sometimes we just use it to carry ourselves across the room. So it's just like you hold on the crane and then you lift it and you go around a little bit. I mean, technically we're not supposed to do that, but oh well. I don't know how that looks. I think it's kind of cool. I think we'll keep that. We'll have to do this then. You might have to move the door. I think that's cool. Kind of gives a more curvy look to the building. Not that it needs it, but oh well. Frick. So yeah, it was a pretty good day. But pretty uneventful. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is coming out soon. Ish. Looking forward to that a lot. It's one of my favorite games for a lot of reasons. Yeah, I like those buttons under there. That's actually really good, actually. It, from that angle, so this is actually really cool. I'm glad glad I learned about this. This looks really nice. So, one thing that's always been frustrating is how do I get an accurate looking support for these overhangs in medieval buildings? And most people, they'll just do, they'll do a couple things. There's a few, I'll show all the options and then I'll show why I don't like them. Okay. We'll just do this one section to kind of demonstrate. Here's probably not the most common, but here's like a kind of example. We'll do another one just to, nope, misclick, crap. Kind of show it. So a lot of times when they do a medieval build, they will do supports for the overhangs. They might do something like this. This one is just a little too blocky, I think, and it's not particularly structurally sound. Doesn't really bond to the piece, I guess. Though I kind of like that one, but will not. Either way, not super helpful. The other one is this. This one's not bad. However, it is quite big. Not to say that a building couldn't have big supports like these, but I just don't think they're as realistic. There's another one. This is what I used to do, and it's not bad. They all have, I guess I shouldn't say that these are all bad. I just think they aren't optimal, but this button one, the other one is it's like fence. It's basically, it looks very similar to the gate one, and you can like mix and match these to give like the illusion of a thicker thing holding it up. Either way, like a scaffolding vibe. But these buttons actually look really good because from far away, they they blend in with the wood, and they kind of look like subtle jetties out from the layer below it. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. I don't want something that makes it look like it's hanging out in free air, but I also want it to like not be obvious. So these buttons actually are really good. I'm glad I figured that out. It's a good day. All right. Moving on. Let's do some texturing. So Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's coming out soon. And I like it for a lot of reasons. Mostly the historicalness of it all is kind of the main draw to me. I love, like, every time, like, there are some things that aren't perfect, that's true. But, that, like, there are some details you find when you're, like, going through it. And it's like, they really did their research. And I believe they had, like, an actual historian working on their team while they made it. The first one. And I'm sure the second one as well, but you can tell they really cared about the project, and these, like, very niche, I guess, things, or, like, one thing they did a really good job of was not promoting any common misconceptions about the medieval era. Oftentimes we're like, oh, it was just like in media today. If you watch something, it's typically like very dark, depressing, and like muted. And that is very that misrepresents the period in a big way. It's not to say that we would prefer to live back then, but like they had color, they had, they were interesting people. They were happy, and things like that. Anyway, they were a lot more like us than we like to think. That's why I thought I liked it a lot, because I thought they did a good job kind of humanizing the people that lived 600 years ago. So yeah. And this new one's coming out. I think I'm looking at the trailers and stuff, and the people talking, and the interviews with the people who are making the game, and it looks like this one's going to have a lot more mass appeal to it, which I'm all for. Turn that music down, I don't like it. This block's good sometimes, other times not so much. Oh, this will be the bottom. Then we'll transition. Where is it? Oh well. Yeah, that'll be good. I like that. Notice isn't really a lot of room for texturing on this one I did yesterday, but with some flat faces I'm able to do a little more in terms of coloring. And see, that kind of gives the illusion of like light coming on over here, because it kind of reaches below this plank and such. Do some wood tiles today. I'm thinking wood tiles. They're going to be a mix of this, some of that, and this. This will be wooden shingles for the roof. Then I think maybe for some color we'll make it a little mossy on some parts. Yep. That's the one. I think I'll try something a little different on... No, I like the bleached color of the oak compared to the jungle. That'll be the main part. Why? I don't like this music. Let's turn it on all the way. Oh well. Let's see. Okay. Usually I have world edit, but I needed to change some stuff on my computer, so it is currently not available. I want to save some time and grown the building, I guess. Not grown, what is it called? Do the stack command and then you stretch it all out. Anyway, not important. Like in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, there's going to be firearms, which are historical, but they're probably going to exaggerate the relevance of them. I am not, when it comes to medieval history, I'm not a particularly knowledgeable in like military medieval history. I think that's kind of the stuff that most people lean to when they learn about it, but I am not near as interested in that stuff. So like the fact that the combat was janky in the first one was never really a issue for me. This is really turning out nice. I like this one. People would see that and think this is ugly. You could have like continued the theme of the planks, but I'm thinking if I was a medieval person, maybe I would just lime wash the entire top. Like, that's an interesting to note. People in the medieval era valued a very different kind of aesthetic than we do. Like, imagine you're a medieval person, and then imagine your medieval house. There are, like, absolutely no straight lines. It's very hard to find straight lines in nature, so when you're building your house out of natural materials and with your bare hands, things are going to come out kind of curved and awkwardly shaped, if that makes sense. Like, when you use a planer to make planks, there aren't going to be like straight like the ones you see at Home Depot today. Dang, I really like that. Let's see. Make it really nasty and soaked on this part. So Yeah, make it look like water's been running down. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I love texturing roofs. It is probably the most satisfying part of building, in my opinion. This is kind of how I imagine the water would kind of trickle, kind of fall to the drip down, and then kind of hit the edges in a weird way. Let's see if this looks any good. Yeah, I really like that actually. Kudos! I'm really happy with this. I think this is an authentic 13th century townhome. And this would mostly be in like France or England. This might need some texturing. I just got rid of all my blocks so well. Alright, quick story time today. So, at work, there's a pallet jack, and ooh, that might be interesting. That might add some interest, like some like carvings, and that might be interesting. So at work, there are a couple things. There's a pallet jack. Basically, so like, I don't know, if you go to like Walmart, sometimes there's like pallets of like potatoes. And those take it's for a forklift. The forklift, it's good for the forklift to lift. It makes it easier. That's what pallets are for. But if you don't have a forklift license, you use the pallet jack. And that usually gets the job done. But it's not as fun. And it doesn't lift things high, it just moves them from one place to the other. Anyway, there's a pallet jack. There's also like a cart. Like if you go to like Costco, they'll like be those humongous carts for people who buy stuff in bulk. There's something like that at work. And there's also, this is actually, I'm going to try something really quick. Bone block, spruce. I'm gonna mess with this. This kind of, I was just thinking about this, but like, these kind of look like white logs. That looks really good, I think. It's like an inverse ice cream sandwich. Anyway, that looks really good. I think I'm going to, I'll texture it really quick. Nope, that's gross. Maybe I'll have to use quartz or something. Nope. Oh, pale yellow. Can do that. And it's not important right now. First of all, kudos to the roof. I thought I did a good job. Anyway, we'll texture this, and then I'll finish my story. Nope. One thing, I've been building stuff for a long time. One thing I have to learned to eventually be okay with is the idea of a flat-faced wall. Because like oftentimes when I build something, I want to texture it like this and add all these crazy like shadows and like this guy. His name is B-Dubs. He's the guy who builds on the Hermitcraft server. He's really good. Anyway, I try to pattern myself off of him. Okay, I like that better. Crap. Anyway, one thing that I think I have to learn is to like embrace flat surfaces sometimes. Sometimes that's what you need. Oh yeah, that looks more interesting. It's a little more narrow and subtle. And that one, it's like looks more structural. I really like that. I win for coming up with this button idea. I patented. It's mine now. You can't take it. Maybe. You know what? I don't think I'm going to make it any better. Those are interesting, like a little signifier. That's pretty cool. I think incorporate that somehow in a future build, especially from far away. But I think I like the flat face for now. And I know technically we have a facade, and there's nothing. The back is pretty poorly done, but we can come back to that. Finish my story. So like I said, there's a pallet jack, there's a Costco rolly cart, and there is what do you call those things? The ones when you're like moving into your house and it's like the wheels. The thing with the wheels that you lift heavy things with, heavy boxes with. Anyway, there's one of those. So me and the other intern, he grabbed the rolly thing with the wheels. He sat on the pallet jack. And then I pushed the pallet jack with my hands while I was sitting on the Costco cart, dragging that with my feet. So it was like a little train of moving equipment, and it was really dorky, and I was glad no one saw us because we would have looked like idiots. The boss almost saw us. As soon as he walked in, we hopped off, and there's like a... And he was talking to someone else, so he didn't see us right away. But we would have looked like idiots. So a good thing that didn't happen. I like the bigger ones too. We might just do that. Keep those ones tiny. And those ones big. That kind of gives it some interest. Yeah, I like that. So, all right. I think that will cover it for today. I am a bad conversationalist, but this is my first time recording myself for an extended period of time. Yours looks pretty good in my opinion. I think I did a good job.